Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Putri. I'm an English education student from Negeri Banda Aceh, batch 2020. Right? This video presentation, I would like to present to you about my proposal. By the way, meant to complete my assignment is practical research in English language teaching. Alright. So my proposal title is "Students Have Difficulty Translating English Text." Alright. So I classified it for four. The first one is the background of study. The second one is the research question. The third one is the literature review, and the last one, but not least, is methodology. Students have difficulty translating English text, an important element in the child. English learning is a teacher who is attentive to the needs of the student. When both method and strategies are approved, the approximation of the outcomes that students achieve is relatively low, and children are always interested in teaching English. This condition makes it difficult to understand our student English translation skill. In Banda Aceh City, 444 M4 teachers are using to make a model to solve problem for middle school students. Therefore, research would like to tackle the issue of improving accurate English interpretation and translation skill using dictionary, mainly targeting junior high school students in Banda Aceh City. Next, we go to research question to complete this title. The first question is, what are the student difficulties in learning English? The second question is, what happens if students have difficulty translating English? The third question, what is the easiest way to translate English? Alright, in the chapter 2, there is a literature review, so I classified into three from my research question. Alright, in the chapter 2, there is a literature review, so I classified into three from my research question. The problem of this research comes from student difficulties in translating English text that exist in the context. Difficulties in translating English text such as translating literary text, translating Islamic text, linguistic factor, non-linguistic factor, lexical meaning, idioms, strategies in translating ellipses, lack of vocabulary, grammatical issue, and using transitional words. In this case, the objective of student difficulties in translating English text at the 6th semester are lack of vocabulary, grammatical issue, and miss in using traditional words. And then for the research methodology, I use quantitative research. Quantitative research is research that takes large amount of data. It could be tens, hundreds, or maybe thousands. This is because the population of quantitative research response is very good. Why do I use this method? Because quantitative is suitable for research problems that are clear, have a large population, and are intended to test hypotheses. Because research questions that use quantitative method aims to test hypotheses using existing theories, so the research tends to be objective and not in-depth. And I also use the assessment method by creating groups, then assessing between several groups to see the best result. Then implementing it into daily activity to be more careful and wise in observing an activity in the experiment that I did. I want to see the contents of the message in the group that I had created, such as example of objective learning and value were not added or subtracted for that group, such as student response to excitement or learning media, as well as student response to teacher and group challenge. While in the questionnaire, I will carry out techniques such as interview. I will also carry out observation to complete this method, because to get maximum result for student, I have to conduct interview and observation in order to find out to what extent the student understand the learning media delivered by the teacher. I think in my thesis, this is the three important chapter in my thesis before I continue to the chapter 4. So that is from me. I hope you can understand. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.